I'm sorry, what?
In this episode of I'm Sorry What, an Unofficial Ghost Podcast, Sabrina and Jillian are joined by Tessa, also known as Copia Person on Instagram and Twitter. Our guest is very big into the theories, which had Jillian and Sabrina sitting at the edge of their seats. Want to know more about the Antichrist theory? Then come join us for this fun episode.
You know, sometimes we start this off by asking our guests, like, how did you get into ghosts? What is your ghost journey?
It's a, well, I think I had two. So the furthest one back is 2011, believe it or not, in the good old primo days. Ghost played at a Dutch festival, and they were very small back then. And I found out about them through that, and I remember seeing them and thinking, wow, they look so cool. And then I heard the music, and I was like, they play that. Okay. And back then I was, because it was 13 years ago, so it was like 14 or 15, and I was edgy. So I was thinking, they are posers. And I didn't give it much thought after that until Rediscovery in the Cardinal era. And I was a very casual fan for a little bit, but around Impera, that went out the window, and now we are here.
Down the rabbit hole it went.
We are here. Yeah.
So when you say that you've discovered them with Primo, would you say that he's your favorite papa?
It feels no. I don't want to say he's not. I don't want to say he's not my favorite. I love them all, but it's like picking a favorite child.
Yeah.
But right now I'm really into Copia. I mean, my username is Copia Person.
Sure.
So I'm I'm a person for him.
And with
Me
that,
too.
would you also say that Impera or maybe Prequel with Cardinal is your favorite album?
Oh yes, definitely. I go between the two of them. Sometimes I think, okay, Impera is definitely my favorite. And then I listen to Prequel, I'm like, no, this is definitely my favorite. But it's like that with all ghost songs. I'm sure many people relate.
Yeah.
Because whenever I listen to any ghost song, I'm like, oh wow, this is so good. And then the other one, oh, this is so good. And I'm like, but no, Impera, there's not a single song on there that's not good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think Jillian would agree.
I would agree for the most part. I personally think there's a couple stinkers on each album, and although Impera is my favorite album, it has the most playability for me. I also love the aesthetic a lot. Prequel is my favorite aesthetic though, because it's like the plague times.
Mhm.
But for the next album, what kind of aesthetics are you wanting?
So if in that case, I'm thinking of an expansion of what we were left with now, which was an empire built, and we went through a lot of times, like eras, and Prequel was the dark, like plague times, and then we built an empire, and that's where it's at now. And I want it to be something positive because I feel like they did their best and they built it. Because I'm going between like a Renaissance-esque theme, and for a negative, that will be like an apocalyptic, more like World of Fallout, that kind of stuff. But that's too negative. So then I would go towards Renaissance.
So you basically want to
I
see
love
the
that.
empires like thrive at that point. Just
Yeah,
give
I
them a
wish that
pause.
I wanted to do so well. They deserve it.
Aw, I love that. Yeah, almost everybody on here, including myself, has been like, dark, give me death.
I
But
love
I
dark,
think,
I love death, but I wish them the best.
yeah, I
That
love
is a
that.
very sweet answer. Wow, I love that. So do you think that the album will still get released this year or maybe in 2025?
Um, I I'm not sure. I mean, of course, I would love it if it was this year, and even if it is this year, I would think it's like later in the year.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. Like maybe during the autumn or winter, and if not, then it's 2025. Because in my mind, I'm like, they just finished touring
Hmm.
like
Right.
half a year ago. Like um, I know there's a lot of work to be done,
True.
and I wouldn't want it to be rushed. Not that I think it's gonna be, um,
Yeah.
but I'm I'm just not like pinning my hopes on one thing.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like, we'll see what happens.
I agree.
Yeah.
Um, just scratching on the movie for a second. Do you think we'll also get a live album from the LA Forum recordings?
I hope so. I mean, no, I want I want that to happen. Because I wasn't there and I'm jealous and I need to
Same.
listen to
Me
every
too.
second of it. I
Yes.
don't want them to cut anything out. Leave everything in, please.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but no, I really want there to be because I'm like, we have ceremony of devotion.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's time for hello. We have had so many things. Give us a new one. Not being demanding, but
I'll be a little demanding. Like we need
it,
another live
Yeah.
album,
yes,
please.
yes, yes.
With you mentioning the movie, uh, the part where you say, oh, maybe he should leave everything in there. Tobias said in the Metal Hammer interview that this is going to be um, a movie with concert elements. What can you imagine the actual movie part to be?
Well, I can imagine what I want it to be, and this is like a utopian vision. I would love like a story or lore sort of coming from the chapters,
Yeah.
Hmm.
maybe, and expanding on that. Um, I mean, that would be great. And then I want positive. I there's a lot of things I really don't want to happen. So I wish positive things, and like it would be cool if it was because it's gonna be concert elements. Like if it was like woven through like the
Hmm.
journey to like
Yeah.
the large concerts, like how he became very successful,
Yeah.
like a success story. I mean, I I wish that for him. Yeah. So I hope it's gonna be something like that. Just a positive thing.
Do
Maybe
do
I'm
you
too
think? No, we love optimistic. We don't want anything bad to happen. But do you think any of the fandom's questions will be answered? Like who is actually Copia's dad? Is it Nil? What is the deal with Sister Nil and Mr. Saltarian? Like, what is going on?
I have many a thoughts about that,
Yeah.
many a thought. But and a lot of those come back in my delusional theories. Um, but I really hope they get answered. But I can also see if it's just four chapters because as we know, our guy Tobias is a huge nerd, and
Mhm.
he can't make anything without referencing anything else.
Very true.
Um, I love that, by the way. That's not, but I could also imagine it just be for the like dramatics or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, if it's not what I'm putting my delusional theories on.
So we had with the LA Forum, there was this scene where Papa had put on boxing gloves from I don't even know who it was who put them on his hands. I don't even
Oh,
remember.
I can't remember.
I have no
Maybe
idea.
a ghoul.
Could have been a goal. I don't think it was a goal. I think I've heard there was the actual chapter sister. I'm not sure if that's
Yeah.
I
Oh
have
my
no
god.
idea. Anyway, what do you think how that is going to be incorporated into the movie?
First of all, I want to say Roman my Roman Empire is the boxing papa. I all the fan arts
Yes.
people made of that. Oh my god, I
Yeah,
am.
I
I
cannot wait
cannot.
to see
But
that.
because people, I know he didn't look like that, but people draw him
With the
in a
shorts
certain
and
like
all that.
boxing. Yes. And like with just the jacket and no shirt and whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love that, but it wasn't like that. But I don't know. I don't know the context of it. I mean, it's cool, but I doubt it's just because it's cool. Like
Yeah.
I was thinking, in one of the later chapters, it could be the beach life,
Yeah.
um, where Soltarian is like doing his little
Yeah. That's what I also
fighting.
think. Yeah.
And it's because one of my theories is that well, I don't think, I'm not sure if he was like a dad, but maybe he acted like that towards
Oh,
Copia and like
Hmm.
learning him things that he didn't get from like a new,
like a mentor?
um, maybe, yeah, I think that. And maybe he like learned him to like stand up for himself. That's what I want.
Aw.
So maybe
Yeah.
that's why he
Sounds
like
good.
thought I'm gonna pursue boxing. And now I will show the world because he's ready.
So you
Maybe
think
I
that
something
love
like that.
that.
so you think that Mr. Solitarian actually likes Copia, even though he's mean to him in in every single chapter that we've
It's
seen him
tough love,
Yeah,
Sabrina.
yeah. I think it's tough love. I don't think he is like mean as in like mean spirited.
in. Hmm.
You know, I think it's just when it's the same like when you have a teacher in school who is like very strict.
Hmm.
They
They mean
just
well.
want you like what's the best for you, and they try to. That's their way of doing it.
Hmm.
So
Um, do you think that the next era, maybe Copia will evolve or there will be a new Papa? And if so, do you think that that is going to be revealed in the movie?
I do think there will be something revealed about that in the movie. I'm not sure. I think it's either like a little bit teased and then left up for the imagination.
Ooh.
Um, because I don't know if it's gonna be like in the movie, because then it would mean that I don't know, for some reason it's just less dramatic to me than I mean, obviously he said he's not gonna do what he has already done.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't want that. But I don't know, actually. Um, I wish him to evolve
Mhm.
um into like something even better, but I was thinking he's already like at the top of his game. I mean, I
Right.
think. And what if he like became corrupted because of that? And that's where we descend into like a kind of chaotic um empire era, you know?
That'd be great. Chaotic Copia.
Yes,
CC.
and I am so biased towards any good thing for him. So
That is the first time we've heard that in this whole project thing. You're the first person that is so positive towards this. I love that. That is so
I love it.
refreshing.
I love it.
The only thing I'm wondering is, I mean, Tobias is one for the theatrics, and I don't think he would want the movie to be or to especially to end boring. And I think
no.
so. I think there has to be a big thing at the end, and the only big thing I can imagine to happen is something happening to Copia. So I would not know how else that movie could end. I don't think they will
Yeah.
just ride into the sunset. I just cannot imagine that.
I wish.
All of them on a
What
horse.
if? No. Well, he did ride on a pale white horse, so
True, in
maybe.
Reds, sure.
Oh.
All of them on one horse. I would like to see that, please.
I was thinking of how funny it would be if just the setting of the chapters and Copia is like, fuck this, and then literally leaves, gets on a pale white horse, and just like goes away. That's the end of the movie. Like the
Yeah.
ending of a Princess Bride or something. He just rides off into the sunset.
With this really cheerful music in the background.
Yes, in his red velour tracksuit.
Oh yes, yes, yes. And he even better, he gets like swept off his feet,
Oh my
by the
god.
Yes.
snow.
I love it.
um
And that's
sorry, go on. Sorry.
No, it's just the most perfect scenario that will probably never happen.
Do you think we could lose anybody in the movie? Let's just leave Papa aside. Maybe Sister or Nihil or somebody.
Yeah, I do think so. I mean, I hope we lose Neil for good. I
Same.
am over him. He does not need to come back anymore.
No,
He no, it's time, man.
it is. It is. It is time. No doubt.
So I think that I don't know about Sister. I do hope to find out more about her. Um, but I'm not sure. Like maybe it's maybe he will like leave, but not necessarily like
Hmm.
die or something.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm hoping for that. Maybe
True.
he'll get
Yeah.
a call back from Hollywood with his audition
Yeah.
tape. It's like, take
Yes.
that, old man. I'm gonna go
Yes.
be a movie star.
And he'll just
I'm a
die of a heart
star.
attack.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Do you think the movie is going to come out, in the summer, or some even said in like the fall?
I mean, I think if anything, it would be a really good fall movie.
Yeah.
hmm
I just think it has those vibes. um, I don't like it's. I'm obviously. I mean, last week the sort of teaser came out, so I'm still on a high from that.
Yeah.
But I I don't know. I don't think it's coming like super soon or anything because it takes a time. It takes time, I
True.
think. And I don't know anything about movie making, but I mean, yeah, I think if people want it to be like a really fully realized, like beautiful everything, then you have to be patient.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it would be such a vibe for the autumn, like in the fall, to like show up in full like ghost garb
Yeah.
and see it.
Um,
Yes.
I think I remember that I've Googled how long it usually takes for. I mean, I don't want to call it a trailer that came out. Like you said, it was a teaser.
Just a little
And I
tease.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I've Googled how long it usually takes between a trailer and the movie to come out. And I think the average time is 90 days. And I hate that because that would still mean 3 months. And sure, I also want it to be like a fall movie, but I don't want to wait 3 months. And again,
That
we
seems
don't.
really soon, though.
Yeah, but we
I
That's
don't
don't
know
even
why.
have a trailer. We just had this little
Right.
ass teaser. I don't know.
Yeah, so I
um
think there would be the teaser, and then we get a full trailer, and then we get something else from Loma Vista talking about something, I don't know, maybe trying to sell us something.
Hmm.
And then we'll get the movie. Yeah.
Hmm.
yes. Yes.
Let's
Um
just say that there would be. Let's just say that, or maybe if you say that you would like to see Copia to evolve, what would you like him to look like?
um that's I get like giddy, but I don't know why. Um
Because we love
I
him.
yes, yes. It's like I'm talking about like a boyfriend or something. Not unfortunately, but I would love for him to realistically just sort of be like an even better version of himself.
Yeah.
Like maybe his clothes aren't rat bitten anymore. I
Ooh.
love the pants, but like he looks like, oh, I had these crabs and I'm like trying to do better. Like I have the glitter jackets and everything, but he was like ready for war with his little military outfit. Um, so maybe in terms of that, he'll be like more little more sophisticated or something.
hmm
And if not, then I my full on Antichrist theory is out there with a lot of wishes and dreams that we probably will not get, that are good to make fan art of.
Hmm.
I love the fan art. People are so
Yes.
creative.
Very true. Um,
Yeah.
for when you say that you want an evolved Papa, would you also like the ghouls and the ghoulettes to be more evolved, or do you want them to change completely, like look wise?
Um, like an evolvement would be cool. Like they are. I mean, I think they have always looked super cool,
Yeah.
and I really like the Impera era look. It's very steampunk. It's very
Yeah.
Star Wars, it's very that, and it would be. I mean, I just personally think it would be cool if it leaned more into like a ghoulish, like these are creatures and
Yeah.
stuff. Um, I don't know. Maybe they would have like another face thingy helmet. I don't know. Um, I mean, obviously they will be nameless ghouls, I suppose, but um, I think they would evolve with him. Yes, in
Yeah.
the same way.
Do you think that there will be any exchangements with the actual ghouls?
I don't know. That's that's something really I don't know, and it's very unpredictable. I mean, I love the set of ghouls we closed the door off with.
Mm.
Um, I mean, I like all the ghouls. They are all very talented, like on their own and as ghouls.
Mhm.
Um, and they are a lot of fun. But I mean, I would love even more ghouls. I am up for
Me too.
that.
Me too.
So yeah, I actually have thoughts about a ghoul. Wait, I need
Yeah.
to look up what the fuck this is called. It's what is it called? I don't know how to pronounce this. It's a Guiro. It's like a wooden frog that
Yes.
you that has that you can do this with. I want like a goal for that.
I
Like a
love that thing.
Oh.
Is it called a guiro or something?
yeah,
It's the
something like
little
that.
wooden one where you go and it sounds like a
Yes,
ribbit.
because
You
I
know what
was
I'm talking
thinking
about,
I've
Sabrina?
never
of
heard of that.
It's like a Latin American, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure,
okay.
like a little instrument.
Okay.
yeah. Because I was thinking of cowbell ghoul,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yes.
Seen
then I
once,
thought we
never
need
to be seen
more.
again.
We need more cowbell.
Yeah.
That is for
We need
sure.
cowbell, we need kazoo, we need guiro, we need
Oh yeah,
Kazoo.
Kazoo. I would love
like I
that.
feel like that would be actually realistic. I mean, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
That
We
is
need
maybe.
like a cello ghoul, more
Yes.
string
Yes,
instruments.
yes.
I mean, there was a cello Golette, at least one, for
Hmm.
the LA Forum. Love that
Come
again.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we need a whole
Yes.
orchestra of ghouls and Golettes. That would be nice. Just
Yes.
I
sitting
would
in.
love that.
Yeah, same. That would be really cool. Like, imagine Ghost in the Royal Albert Hall with an orchestra. That would be sick. Oh
Because
my
I know
god.
at what was it at the Hellfest they had for Griftwood like all the singers,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like just once next round next era we need a full orchestra.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
I agree.
What song would they sing though?
Bible. I want to hear Bible at least once in my
Mm.
life. Just
I
sing.
mean, we have the Bible like with also a choir. It was where he was actually, I think he was like sick or not well
Yeah, with
that day.
Terzo. Yeah.
Um, but that's really cool. I mean, I think it's also always cool to add like a choir or some kind of um, what's it called again?
An
Orchestra.
orchestra, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it elevates anything, and I think they have a lot of songs that lend themselves
Hmm.
well to it.
True.
Yeah, I even though I don't like Darkness at the Heart of My Love, I think that could really be taken to a whole other level if
Mm.
it had an orchestra.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah. There's this.
and
Sorry.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead.
No, I was thinking for dramatics wise, I think it would be lovely if Life Eternal had something like that.
Yes.
Because it would
Like,
be people would be crying and
yes.
sobbing, and I am people. But no, I think they have a lot of songs they could do that for.
Hmm.
There's this
Uh,
YouTube
yeah.
channel. I don't know what it's called. It's
I follow them.
yeah, the one that is
They add orchestra.
exactly yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I love that one. Yeah. That is really good. I love that. We've talked about the new look for Papa, or maybe just an evolved Papa, the Goulettes. When we talk the stage, what would you like the stage to look like for the next era?
Um, I I think the one I like most is the Imperial one because
Mhm.
I like that sort of dark religious iconography and architectural like things they had. It was like a cathedral, like Gothic cathedral
Yeah.
architecture details. I love that. I just love that anyways. But I think that's great, and I think if it's gonna be like an evolved Papa in in what I've said so far, then I would think that the stage is more almost kind of like what you would expect an like an sort of corrupt empire to look like. So
Ooh.
not because I imagine like the empire I imagine from Impera is like this gold like engineering marvel that's like
Mhm.
steampunk, with all that kind of that's on the cover. And I would like to see like an almost crazy-ish corrupted version
Oh,
or
I love
something. I
that.
don't know. I think it's
yes.
cool. Yeah.
I love
I haven't given it a lot of thought, but it's in there.
that. Oh, I would love that. Um,
Yeah.
when we make like a little hard cut, we see your vinyls and your is that the prequel box? I'm really bad
No,
with.
it's the Impera box
Oh,
set.
that's the
Yes.
Impera box. Yeah, okay. Um,
Yeah.
are you into buying other merch than just the vinyls?
I mean, I have, I have a lot of shirts, and I have the blanket, as they call it. Um, but I don't know. I don't really buy like figures or
Yes.
Yeah.
any kind of like physical like shirts and like clothing and stuff. And I mean, I have accessories like the crucifix necklace and pins and stuff. But that's really the only things because I can carry those with me because
Yeah.
I want to go out in the world and be like, I listen to those, ask me, and they never did that before, so I just keep expanding on it.
No, I'm the same way. I think it was a couple days ago. I was like, Sabrina, I cleaned out my closet and I found like 5 t-shirts I haven't opened yet. I just keep buying them.
Yeah.
But I love buying the t-shirts because the artists who make them, they're just so talented.
Yes.
And I'm like you, like I don't buy a lot of Ghost merch, but I'll splurge on some other previous projects of Tobias merch. But is there anything that you would want Ghost to come out with that you would definitely buy that's like out of the box?
Oh my God. Um. Uh. I have well, I have some ideas, but I would like. Uh, I would like if they had some kind of artwork that it's
Hmm.
say they're gonna go into like a Renaissance Empire-ish era.
Yes.
It would be cool if they had like art in the style of that kind of painting or something
Oh,
that's like, large and you can frame or something. I think that would be so cool. Um, and they we can get really good art because all the artists that do all their merch, like,
True.
uh, that's amazing. And it would give a whole new like look to some things as well. Um, but for the rest, I don't know. I think what they have is pretty cool. I would love some socks, I think,
yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
or like underwear. It might sound weird, but I would love if it was like Papa themed. I would wear the fuck
I
out of
would
that.
I would wear my Gundies.
Like with my
My
socks,
Ganties?
and that's unstoppable. And I kind of would want like a cape as well. But that's
Ooh.
off the rails.
No, I love all those. Like the person who I forget which artist it was. It may have been Sam Dunn, maybe. The Ophelia, the Papa as Ophelia.
Oh yeah.
Um, like
That's so beautiful.
I would love that in like a medieval looking woven tapestry. I would pay a lot of
Yeah.
money to hang that on my wall.
Yes, me too. Yes, definitely. I love a lot of. Um, I recently did some art inspired by a painting of um, Pieta, which is like Jesus held by
Oh yeah,
Mary.
I saw
Uh,
that. Yeah.
So I love that kind of art, and I did that because that's like one of my favorite art styles just to look at and what I like to do. And I was making it, and I thought this would like if they had official art that would be sort of like this and based on maybe real paintings, but in the context of ghosts. I think that would be. I think people would be really into that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they already make the giant flag banners already. Like
Yes,
I feel like we need more stuff like that, but in the theme of the albums.
yes, yeah, because I know they have the I was it called a tapestry or like a flag of
Yeah.
like the stained glass stuff. I like
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but I would like even like expansions on that, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned a couple times about your theories. Would you like to tell everybody what kind of theories you're into?
The people that know me well know that I am a big Antichrist theorist. Um, and it only got fueled even more last week
Yeah.
The
because
Exorcist.
like the teaser was like tiny. There was barely anything in there, but people they analyze every millisecond, and yes, I love that as well. But I was writing a theory on the Antichrist thing um, because I wanted to put my thoughts out there, and then people read it, and people were like, "Oh my God, yes, I see it," and I was like, "Yes, yes, I know, I'm onto this." Even though it's completely like it's I said this in my written theory, like I'm connecting dots that don't even exist.
I
Because
love
and
that.
it's yes, but it's based on a lot of well, a lot. I don't know. It's based on facts that
Mhm.
I'm assuming. Um, because one of the things, and I might be going like off the deep end here,
Oh, go for it.
Sure.
or like in a rabbit hole. This um, I think Sister has more power than we see.
Hmm.
Uh, we see in the video for Dance Macabre that she made Papa Neil.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a regular guy, and then she did the whatever that was, and there he was. And we got a really cool scene that I would love to recreate with the blood, but that's beside the point. The the white eye thing and stuff, and then she seems to have some kind of power that no one else has. She can like decide over the fate of the papas. Like,
Hmm.
Yeah.
why? Why does she get to decide that? If she's just Copia's Bobby, then why would she like be able to literally decide that? Because she didn't like kill them and like roll them in the carpets and like snuck off with them. It was like officially done, clearing the path for her dear boy to like take the space. Yes, because I was thinking um I'm like looking at my thingy there that well I don't think Neil is Scopia's dad. Um
Oh.
and I just because okay like the thing is obviously obviously allegedly we assume that she is pregnant with Copia in like during the Kiss to Go Go
Hmm.
Yeah.
video, and it's September 1969, and she's like caressing her stomach, and obviously she cares about this child a lot. Like she beats up someone because
Yeah.
she's smoking, um, and I get that, but and then Copia is born at some point, probably 1970, which would make him 55, by the way, in my head.
Yeah.
But no, not 54. 54, he would be 54. But anyways, I feel like Sister might have been selected by or their Dark Lord um, to carry like a very important heir, you know, and to make sure that the way was paved, the others had to go.
Yeah.
And she had no problem with that. So I think she really wants him to have some kind of power. And if she has more power than we think, then that makes sense. Because, I mean, obviously, yes, she probably wants best for her child. Um, we see that, I feel like. But he states to Neil, like, you're all out of progeny. And obviously they had a falling out. And Neil, like, kind of seems to hate Copia.
Yeah.
And he calls him dickhead instead. And I know, I understand that. And she, um, I mean, I think it could mean that she could be pregnant with Satan's child, perhaps. And it makes sense if she's together with Neil back then, to make it seem like he's the dad, to not arouse suspicion. But then it would make sense that he has no progeny, because it isn't.
Right.
It's like his stepson. But it would like mirror the Immaculate Conception of Mary with Jesus. And I really like that parallel, because that makes him the Antichrist in my like eyes. Because then he would be the Dark One's child, and yes, that would make him obviously powerful. And I think that would really tie in with like a corrupted empire kind of version. And one of the Antichrist signs is revival of Roman Empire. So, and that's very telling to me. I feel like that's where we're at. So, yes,
It
I
just
think.
made me think maybe when you say that Nihil was never Copia's dad, it still seems like especially Nihil is or was in love with sister, and maybe sister even was in love with Nihil at one point. Which maybe that is why Nihil hates Copia so much, because he knows that he is not the dad, and maybe he's just jealous of the other baby daddy, whatever, even if it's Satan. And
Yes.
yeah, that is just why he hates Copia, or makes it seem like he hates Copia, because he's like, oh yeah, that's he, like, sister had another dude besides me, and that could actually be the case, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Anyways,
Hmm. Tessa's frozen.
She froze.
No.
that could be,
There you go.
but
Oh, there we go.
I
You
don't
you
think it
you were
is.
gone for a second. If you could maybe say just repeat what you said 10 seconds ago, that would be great.
Which was um, yeah, I think even if Neil was Copia's dad, um, that would just mean he's unnecessarily cruel. I mean, and that can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, but I don't think it's his child, and that's why he's so harsh on him, and that's why he's like, oh, he's not ready, and
Yeah.
like he really doesn't want him to do that,
He's not
and
part of the bloodline, all that.
no, he's not part of it, and I'm like, get over yourself, but he doesn't. And I'm like, why are you holding such a grudge? Like that guy didn't do anything to you. Like it's even said in like the one of the first chapters by Sister that he is the right hand man, and
Yeah.
he's like, he is the holder of the second most employee of the month awards, and I I'm thinking who's the first, but uh, yeah, so he's obviously doing really good. So why Neil has no reason
Mm.
to hate him. He's doing well. He's doing great. And he keeps being on his case for like winning awards, and I'm like, he's doing amazing. I'm like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. And he
You're doing
was
Yeah.
great, sweetie.
denying.
You make me
Yes,
you make me
no,
like the Antichrist theory. I've hated it, but honestly, it makes a little bit more sense now. Maybe I just needed someone
It
to
does.
actually explain it to me in depth.
I
Yeah.
am. I have written a document of about 7 pages with sources and everything. I'm not just talking out of my ass. Well, at some point,
Please send
but
that
I
to
have
us. I want
sources.
to read through that.
I will, and fair warning, it's a lot of yapping and reaching. But
Me
I love
every
it.
it's
single day. um,
but yeah, and like I said, I love the fan arts people, and myself included make of it, because they make him look hot.
mhm.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
deny that.
um,
But I'm with you. where I write fan fiction, and in almost every fan fiction, I put it to where Nil is not Copia's father, because in my opinion, it would make a way better story arc if they weren't related. Like,
Yes.
he really is unknown. He's come from the bottom. He isn't a part of the bloodline. I feel like having him a part of the bloodline just kind of defeats some like character development and character arc. And also, Copia calls him a dickhead all the time. Like, he makes fun of him, and it just kind of goes along with him on stage, probably pushing his buttons, being like, "Yeah, that's my dad." And Nil is in the background, like, "No, he's fucking not. He's not my kid." And he's like,
Yes.
"Yeah, that's my dad." Love that.
Yes.
Um,
No, that I agree with that.
I've started asking people this question: who, in your opinion, is the mother of Primo, Secondo, and Terzo?
But I don't think it's sister.
No, me neither.
Mm-mm.
For obvious reasons. I think age-wise and just everything lore-wise. I don't know. Like, I was almost thinking it's like a prime mover,
Mm-hmm.
situation, where someone is just kind of selected to carry out the bloodline, and you don't know if they are willing to do that. Since it's like a secretive nun, as they say. It could be something like that. That's really the only like lead or clue I have in my head for that. Yeah. I think the only one with like the mom is Copia with sister
Hmm.
that we see.
I do have a question that I want to start asking people because I
Oh.
posted it on our Instagram.
Oh.
Why do you think Nil's phantasm, his phantomness, is getting stronger and stronger each episode?
I saw that question, and I was thinking about it. I don't. Well, I don't want him to come back. I am
Don't
a very
manifest
big
that,
Nil
Jillian.
fan. He well, I think he maybe it's like his want to be in the spotlights and like his music. I mean, the songs that he made, they are good, but they were being popular again because of
True,
Copia,
Mm-hmm.
not because of him. And I feel like maybe he is either fueled by some kind of
Oh my god, Neil is
rage.
fueled. Neil is fueled by the TikTok fame. Oh my god.
he,
That's
he
The
is
more
in
fans on
his marriage.
TikTok, the stronger he gets. No, he's like a little poltergeist.
that is why Ghost decided to remove all the music from TikTok.
Yes, that's
To
the
kill
reason.
Nil.
Yes, and
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like maybe like he wants to come back, or there's some kind of thing going on where he wants to be like, no, I want to take the power back from Copia because I don't like him. But that's really all. And the other thing I attributed to is the special effects. But that's not
Getting
horror
better.
friendly.
Good point.
I want him to look like a Force Ghost, actually, and they tried.
If we have another theory, which is the resurrected Papa theory. If you could choose one Papa to come back, which one would it be?
I mean, I think it would be cool if Primo came back.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah, because he was the first one, and I feel like he didn't get as much chance to shine,
True.
almost. And I think he, like, nowadays with how he could look and stuff, would be so cool because he is like this. He's regarded as like this sort of evil, mysterious, pointy-eared, I don't know, guy. Um, and I think he deserves more than that. And I think if he's like the oldest brother, then I think he could be like, oh, look at this, like
Look at
I'm
this
the oldest child,
empire.
and everyone like, I think it would be neat. Yeah, I think it would be cool.
I have to
I
say,
love that. Nobody has said Primo yet.
No, that is the first time we got that answer.
I
But
know a lot of people want him to come back.
Terzo.
I'm not saying I don't want that, but
yeah. I have to say, Primo
Yeah.
got kind of ruined for me by a mixture of Twitter, fanfiction, and TikTok, because they all make him seem like this shy guy that loves to be in the gardens, and like he loves flowers, and he's this soft dude, very
Yes.
shy, very. And I don't know. I know
I love it.
Tobias would have hated that back then. I just know
He's
that.
just an old
Yeah.
man. He's just an
Yes.
old boy. Let him
But
garden.
someone was tweeting about this, and I was agreeing because it was my thoughts exactly. I think, like, yeah, he could be like, I mean, obviously he could be very nice and gardening. You can love Satan and be that. It doesn't matter. But I would like for him to be a little evil and mysterious.
Yeah.
And we have the cover of Here Comes the Sun from the Opus
Mhm.
era. And I love that cover. I listen to it so much because it's so menacing. It's
Mhm.
like sun is coming, but at what cost? You know, it's very like, ooh, the sun is coming. We don't know if this is good. I love that. I love that.
Thank you for watching. I'm Sorry What? An Unofficial Ghost Podcast with Sabrina.
And Jillian. There's no need to be living in times of turmoil. All you gotta do is check out our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Stay tuned for the next episode, and remember, as above, so below.